I have two testimonies that I want to give, and I hope this encourages someone to keep going along this journey that you're walking on with Christ. Um, Back here, God had gave me instructions to go out and help people that's in need. And I will go out and I will feed people that was in need. And this particular day, usually when I go out, I will take people with me to help me pass out what I was giving out. And this particular day, I decided not to take anybody with me. So I went by myself. And when I got there, I went out and I was speaking to the people, and I was like, would anybody like something to eat? So it was this guy that walked up to me, and I thought he was coming to grab the food that I had in my hand, which was a sandwich. But instead, he knocked it down out of my hand. And now I'm mad. So when he did it, it was other people that was around had came up, and they were just telling him, like, don't do that because you going to stop our blessing, and it would make her not to want to come back. So I went back to my car and I just got some more food, and I went to the other people and I was just passing the food out, and they, talking to some people, and they was grateful. And I don't know what happened to the guy, but let me tell you something. It's demons that's walking on this earth. And the reason why I say that is because that man had a demon in him. Like, I could hear the demons. When he would speak, I could hear the demons speaking. Don't ask me how, because it was nobody but God. He was showing me this. So once I got done, I went back to the car, and it was like the guy just came from nowhere. And he came up to my window, and I had the window up. So by this time, I'm like, man, if you don't get away from me and leave me alone, because I'm still looking at this food that I have bought to give to somebody. I'm still looking at it laying on this ground. So, I'm mad. I'm kind of mad, but I'm still holding my composure for, the reason why I was there. So he was like, he was saying he wanted something. And I was just sitting there. Because by this time, I'm ready to ball off. And I'm like, I'm ready to burn rubber and everything on you. If you don't get away from my car. God said, give it to him. So I rolled my window down just enough where I can push the item through the window. And I just drove off. So after that happened, it kind of discouraged me not to go and feed. But it was my fault also, because I should have took somebody with me. But I allowed the enemy to discourage me. But I end up starting back. So I want to tell somebody with just that testimony, don't let the enemy stop you. So my next testimony is when I started on this journey, I started off, when God told me to go to the platforms and speak his word, but me not knowing that other things was coming with it. So I wasn't just witnessing to people when I first started. I started prophesying. Like, God would tell me, go out and warn the people. And when I started, speaking on the truth, warning people, that caused a lot of opposition. Not because I was doing anything wrong, but because the truth was going forward. And when when the enemy is out and roaming the earth, and they see somebody that's standing on the truth of on the truth of the word, but also not only that, when they see that God is exposing it, it's a problem. So I started dealing with opposition, and it was coming from people that was calling themselves saints. So I started going through this opposition just by me being on this platform. And when I started on that platform, I you know, it got to the point where it was just, I just wanted to stop, y'all. I did. Because it was just wearing me down. I was just like that illustration. I had all them knives in my back. Because I'm saying to myself, if I'm teaching the word of God and I'm coming on here warning people, then why do I feel so much opposition from people that call themselves saints? So it started to be a heavy burden on me to where I would cry. I would be crying in my own quiet space. I would be asking God, like, why am I out doing your work? But my biggest opposition is people who call themselves Christians. So God kept telling me, you keep going and don't you let that come up against you. And I felt weak. I was weary. Not because of what I had going on in my own personal life, but because of the assignment that God had put me on. It had burdens on me. So just imagine you got all this burden on you. You suffering because you doing God's work. And that's what he said. We would suffer. So as time was going on, God was telling me, get out and speak up, because I'm going to get the glory out of this. All this opposition that you got coming up against you, persecuting you, slandering you, lying on you. And I like, God was showing me who was doing it. He was showing me how I had mocking and mimicking. But he said, you keep going. Because eventually, I'm going to put that devil up under your feet. So the time went on. I was crying out to God. It didn't feel good. He started giving me strength to keep going. Don't give up. Keep doing what I'm telling you to do. Then he started giving me power. And it was like when I started feeling that, I stopped crying. I wasn't running anymore. I stopped saying I'm ready to give up. Because I knew the enemy was trying to stop me. And you got people that's walking around here with some spirits in them. And when you start telling the truth and standing on the truth of God, guess what? It's going to start irritating them spirits. Remember when Jesus was walking on the earth, and when he was going through them different lands, and them demons recognized who he was, and he wasn't even saying anything. They just recognized who he was. It's the same way with God people. These spirits that's in people, it's going to recognize who you are. And that's what God was telling me. That's why you got so much opposition. But he started giving me that power. I started feeling it. I stopped crying. The tears dried up. Every time the opposition came, it was making me stronger. And I was like, oh, I'm coming. Because God said they wasn't coming up against you. They was coming up against him. So now I knew God was angry. So I had to start praying for the enemy. Because I'm like, they know not what they do. Like, Lord, you said judgment's getting ready to come. Let me pray. I want to tell somebody, don't stop. Because God didn't say that he was going to put you up under the enemy's feet. He said, I'm going to put the enemy up under your feet. You keep going. Keep walking that path. Whatever's coming up against you, God going to give you the strength in the power. Because guess what? It's God that's living in you. Keep doing what God is telling you to do. Don't let the opposition, the enemy, stop you from walking this path and doing God's work. Because guess what? He's going to get the glory out of it. Bye, y'all.